Hey, what is going on, guys? So today we're going to be jumping back to the Marvel side of things and taking a look at the most recent Marvel Legends figures I've picked up here. This is the full wave of the Spider-Man No Way Home figures. Starting off here, we do have the Matt Murdock and the MJ figure. Here is both figures in the packaging and also a shot of the back of the packaging. We'll continue this here as we usually do, taking a look at the front and then the back of the packaging for all figures in the wave. The next two here are the Spider-Man Final Swing costume and then also the Sandman figure. I wasn't able to get the Hasbro Pulse exclusive 3-pack of the Spider-Man when that was released. Unfortunately, we don't have that here in Australia. And the aftermarket prices were extremely high, trying to get this one on eBay or somewhere like that. So I wasn't able to get that set. So I will probably end up picking up two of the Toby and the Andrew, just so I can have that one masked and one unmasked. It is a bit unfortunate about all the hands, but I think that'll be okay with what this does come with. And you can see those two there as well, looking really good in the packaging. Everyone by now has of course talked about the different packaging designs between the Amazing Spider-Man figure, so I won't go into that, but I do quite like the way it does look actually in that branding. And now we'll go ahead, we'll take all the figures out of the packaging and take a bit of a closer look, starting off with the Matt Murdock and the MJ figure. So getting both these figures out of the packaging, I am actually quite liking what I am seeing here. I do agree that the glasses, there is something a little bit off about what is going on there. But overall, I do think that sort of head sculpt does match quite nicely. The updated suit pieces definitely do look good. The figure does stand quite nicely, or at least mine has so far. For accessories, he does come with that brick wrapped in newspaper with the "We Believe Mysterio" written on it. Really nicely detailed that piece is. And then of course he does have his cane there also. For the MJ figure, you do get the box from Doctor Strange. I cannot remember what that is called right now. But that itself is nicely detailed, as you can see. She does also come with the interchangeable hands. For the MJ as well, this is the first version of her I have picked up, so I do quite like the way this does look here. The scaling and the head sculpt does look right, so that's good to see. And I'm really liking this sort of texture design that they've done here on the sweatshirt. Definitely gives an added dimension to the figure, which looks really good. Overall, the paint details across both figures are looking quite clean. The only thing I thought was a bit strange is that there's no sort of gripping hand for MJ to of course hold the box. You can wedge the more opened hands in there and it will hold and stay in a position, but as you can see, a bit of movement can also simply knock that out of the hand. Moving over now to our final swing Spidey suit for the Tom Holland figure and then also the Sandman. These two I'm honestly really liking. Such an epic looking figure, this Spider-Man costume, to be honest. The metallic blue really does pop. The scale of this figure does seem to be that bit bigger, which is good to see. Would have been great to see sort of a newer updated head sculpt. Even a battle damage one, I know that's not what we got with this specific scene. But again, that's something that could have been mixed with the integrated suit to sort of enhance that figure also. But nonetheless, this one does come with the full array of hands, so you do get everything with this Spidey figure. The Sandman himself, I'm honestly really happy with. This is another one that started a bit of controversy, but I do quite like the way this looks. You can really see the details and even the feel of the figure definitely has a different texture to it. Some really nicely done painted details and of course the extension sand arms as the accessories. The final two here are the ones everyone has been chasing, that being the Andrew Garfield and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Like I said, I would have loved to have got the 3-pack, I just didn't have the option for a reasonable price. So really glad to see the release of both of these individually and of course getting the unmasked head sculpts. And even from that 3-pack, I did genuinely want the Tom Holland Spider-Man also. I did like the updates with the web lines in the costume, but also I've been wanting to do a sort of diorama of the 3 Spider-Man, which is the reason why I'm wanting a second of both of these figures, and I'll probably need to track down a second of that integrated suit also. But back to Toby and Andrew, as you could see the interchangeable masked head sculpts there, and also the interchangeable hand options that you do get. Overall, really liking the way these two do look. I definitely think the Andrew head sculpt has that bit more accurate likeness. I do quite like both of them though, so I am happy with what I am seeing here. The costume designs both look really good. A few nitpicks here and there over both, but again, for the price of these figures in these lines, I think they've done a pretty good job. And here I have the Spider-Man posed up together. I do have the SH figure arts of the Tobey Spider-Man, which I do really quite like, but overall, obviously, quite a big price difference between those lines, so I am really liking what the Marvel Legends have done with these figures. Again, pretty clean paint details over both. There is just a small smudge, as you can see there, on the Andrew's arm. Other than that, I'm really liking the way they are designed. Really nice texturing on certain parts of the suits for both figures, and I think the colors are both pretty accurate. It would have been nice if the Amazing Spider-Man suit was a little bit brighter, but like I said, I do quite like what I am seeing here. And there you can see all 6 figures from the wave all posed up together. I do just need the 2 deluxe figures, being the Doc Ock and the Green Goblin now, to complete this set. Really looking forward to getting both of those. But overall guys, like I said, I'm really liking this whole wave here. Definitely recommend these ones if you were on the fence about them. But as I mentioned, I do need to track down a second of those figures. But thank you all for watching, I do really appreciate it. As always, I will catch you in the next one.